Welcome back to our mid-episode break, namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of the documentary Still, a Michael J. Fox movie, we're looking back at Doc Hollywood. Doc Hollywood is a 1991 romantic comedy starring Marty McFly, Michelle from Tommy Boy, the Grandpa from The Lost Boys, Woody from Cheers, Major Winchester from MASH, and Zorro from Zorro the Gay Blade. The story revolves around Teen Wolf finishing his residency in DC and driving out west to interview for a job with a high-ranking plastic surgeon, but he crashes his car into a fence in a small town in South Carolina trying to avoid a cow. Unfortunately, the fence is owned by the town judge who sentences him to 32 hours of community service because that's how jurisprudence works in movies. The town then attempts to get Alex P. Keaton to replace the current town doctor who is retiring. He starts flirting with the town ambulance driver, who's also a single mother and is being courted by the town's insurance agent, Hank. Stuart Little saves the life of the town doctor who had a heart attack, and that doctor then calls the plastic surgeon in Hollywood to explain why Milo missed his interview. With his car fixed and the town in love with him, he leaves after hooking up with ambulance lady, hoping not to complicate things further. On his way out of town, he pulls over to help deliver a child, and a tired circus driver smashes into his car, so the town buys him a ticket to fly out west. The ambulance driver, not wanting to tie him down to a small town, says she'll marry the insurance guy Hank instead. Mike Flaherty gets hired by the plastic surgeon and after a few weeks grows tired of the superficial Beverly Hills lifestyle. Hank shows up to deliver his car and tell him that they called off the engagement with the ambulance driver, so Homeward Bound returns to the small town to get with her. And that's Doc Hollywood in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less. Join us again next Tuesday for another Namely 90s Minute. Remember, you can always hear these a day early in full episodes of Namely 90s on all major podcasting platforms. And most of the small ones too. Please subscribe and do all the other YouTube things. Bell ringing, share like, subscribes, that sort of stuff. And we'll catch you next time.